About to go rake some hay, boys. Okay, what's up, guys? What's up, George? So this is our rake. The hay's drying up the bale now, other than one little strip. I'm gonna take this thing down the road, put it into windrows, come back here, get that I just brought over here. That's our 570 baler. Hook that to that, and that throws the hay in there, and I'm gonna start getting some hay baled. That sucks, forced. Hopefully you didn't wreck your cutter too bad. What a beautiful day. No clouds in the sky. If you guys could all go to my channel, subscribe. Appreciate you guys all watching. I'm going to show you guys how to rake hay. I'm going to go down the road right here. This is my grandpa's 1967 40-20 John Deere he bought brand new. This thing is my favorite tractor. It's made our family lots of money. So what we're doing is we're going to go bale some small square bales for horses. We have horse farms all around us, like these horses right here. Do a wheelie? I could if I tried, probably. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate you. Where are you guys all watching from? So there's my clients right there. Stupid horses. I'm adding a lot of cool videos recently. If you guys want to check them out on my YouTube, appreciate you. We just got this planted to organic corn. So for a favor for the guy that gave us 50 acres, we're gonna put on here and bale this hay, get it off for him. We're gonna sell the hay, but we just didn't feel like messing with it. It's pretty small fields. Mid-Michigan, Montcalm. Never heard of it. Montcalm. See, there's horse farms all around us. We're in South Lyon, Michigan right now, if you guys know the area. This is 7 Mile Road going up to Rushton. It's midnight where you at? Where's that at? PA, hell yeah, good area. West of Gratiot, next to Isabella. Okay, nice. Nebraska. Well, I appreciate you watching it for this small farmer in America. Thank you. What country in Asia are you? I always kind of wish deep down that I was a Marine in World War II in the Pacific. It seemed kind of cool. Alright guys, so you seen earlier, if you're watching, I spread all this out to get air and dry. Now it's dry from the sun. Now I'm going to take this rake and put it all into rows so that I can come with a baler and pick it up. It's called windrows. What's up, New Zealand? Bet you got some pretty ladies around here. Nothing runs like a deer. Indonesia, god dang. That's amazing. Somebody in Indonesia is watching me farm right now in Michigan. Well, I appreciate the support. Alright, so this rake here is called a Miller Turbo. And it brings the hay in one direction. Puts it up against that right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try pulling it away from these weeds here. Pulling this one and this one together into one row so it feeds better. Let's make some hay, Robert. What's up, brother? So I'll show you guys how to do this. First thing you do is every time you turn a PTO on, you rev it way down. That's this unit here that pushes and makes the power. Turn it on. So you see it start spinning. Oh man. See that a hammer just fell off there. There's a hammer sitting there. That's crazy. That hammer just rode there. That'd have been good running that through the baler. One of these, my buddy was helping me and was driving this, and one of these whole arms flew off. Luckily he found it. If you hit that with a baler, you destroy the baler. Jeez, that's good. That'd have been fun going through the baler, yeah boys? If you guys could all go to my channel, subscribe, and like this please. Check out my videos, helps me YouTube push it out there. Thank you. Now here's the unit. Thing's been paid off since 1967. That's the only way you make any money nowadays. Let's see how this goes. Alright, let's try this again without parts flying off. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna lower it. The PTO pressure, hydraulic pressure. Here we go. So here's the gears on this thing. 1, 3. See, this is all neutral and park. 1, 3, reverse. 2, 5, second reverse. 4, 7, 6, 8. I'm gonna try it in 6. Hell yeah, best tractor ever made. This is the kind of, they have a saying, some tractors pay for the farm and some farms pay for tractors. This paid for the farm. Now you see this fingers grab it and bring it all into a pile so you can pick it up with a baler. This is called a raking hay. People used to do this by hand. There's many different types of rakes, but the guys that have the bigger fields, they have 5 rakes in one sometimes. So you see this brings you to a narrow row, so you can come with a baler and pick it up. What I'm going to do is, this is a pretty thin hay. Usually you only put 1 into 1. I'm going to try to put 2 into 1, so I can bale quicker. Oh, there's a deer skeleton. Beautiful old John Deere, hell yeah. Like I said, my grandpa bought this brand new from a traveling salesman in 1967, if you can imagine. We definitely got our money off this thing. $324 view watching. You guys are awesome. You guys could all go to my channel, subscribe. Really helps YouTube push us out. Thank you. I love watching this channel grow. It really helps give us a some passive income on the farm. Timmerman family, never heard of them. Yeah, we're pretty close to Ann Arbor in Michigan. I had some issues with the field down the road being so thin. It wasn't baling good, so I'm going to try putting a few of these into one. Maybe it'll feed into the baler a little more evenly. Try cleaning this up for this lady. What am I growing? This is hay for animals. Dried grass that you put in the barn for storage. That's what Americans call hay. I don't know what you call it in other countries. Thank you. This is one of my favorite tractors. Hopefully I'll never sell this. This is called a John Deere 4020 from 1967. The perfect hay tractor. When you're at an idle like this, you can run this thing for like 12 hours without filling it back out. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and ask. I'll try reading them and answer them for you. Basically what we're trying to do is get this to about 12% moisture. The reason why you need a low moisture is if you compress green stuff, it produces heat and will burn that barn down. And also mold. The problem with this field is there's a lot of trees all around it, so it's not drying evenly. A lot of our hay fields are 30 or 40 acres, so the main area is really big. Half this field's covered up by shadows. Why is it the best tractor? Because it's been making our family money since 1967. Has the same motor and same transmission, and you can't beat that. We have tractors from 2004 that we've already put new transmissions in. This is one of the most common tractors ever sold in the history of the world. What part of Michigan? We're in the outskirts of South Pine, Michigan right now. Pretty close to Ann Arbor. Now I'm going to go around the other way. See, now it brings it the other way. I'm not trying to make the outside row way too thick, because there's a few green slugs over here where the trees were blocking it. Even an hour of sunlight or an hour or less of sunlight under the shade makes a big difference in Michigan, because it gets so cold at night that there's dew on the ground, and so it basically hydrates it again. If you're out down south, you could bale in the middle of the night at 2 a.m. Around here, if you try baling in the middle of the night, it'll be wet. Earlier when I tethered this, if any of you were watching, the wheels were getting wet from dew 2 hours ago. I am also a farmer. Awesome, where at? You have the same tractor in South Africa? That's amazing. I've never seen a 4020 in a different country. That's pretty badass. I was amazed when I started hearing about Ukraine when that war broke out. How big of farms there are in Ukraine. That's pretty wild. They have 5,000 acre farms in Ukraine. I never would have thought of that. So you don't want to spin this too fast and blow the hay all apart. You just want to be easy on her. It also puts a lot more wear and tear in the bearings if you rev it way up. This is a pretty thin field. It used to be a lot thicker than this. Why do I use this instead of a V-rake? Well, look how small the field is. This is really good for doing different things, different shapes. You can control it better with a V-rake. It's good for big, long, straight fields. We don't have a lot of big, long, straight fields. We kind of just play to our strengths that we have. We have 20 different hay fields, all different sizes. You know, we're a lot different than farmers even 20 miles down the road. A lot of farmers wouldn't even mess with some of our fields. We just take what we can get. You know, if you have a rake that's 20 feet across, what are you going to do in this little field? We go low budget, high profit. You know, you could put me out here and the only expense for the whole day is the diesel. You can't beat that. No tractor payments. Everything's paid off. People watch. You guys are awesome. Give me some likes, please. If you can, go to my channel, watch some videos, subscribe. It really helps me push it out. It's pretty amazing YouTube's deciding to push my stuff out. I really appreciate you guys. The support's really helping the farm grow. It is truly amazing waking up every day and watching the growth of this YouTube channel. What's up, Lighted Endo? That's cool, JKX. What kind of John Deere do you have? Helping a farmer's leasing do. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. It's pretty awesome. People are interested in what I have to say. Thank you. They're just gonna give me a big ex-wife now from this. I'll be all set. The old timer used to always tell a joke. Looking for a woman with dog and tractor. Send picture of dog and tractor, please. My awesome India Panja farm proud. Appreciate it, Deep Europe. Tell your buddies about me, please. I appreciate it. I heard India has a lot of agriculture. Hopefully I'll get big over there. That'd be sweet. I've been to Afghanistan, kind of in the area. See how I'm pushing everything together? If you leave it spread out like this, the baler has fingers that pick it up and a real narrow entrance. So you want to make it thin and nice and even, so you can just drive in a straight line. It picks up nice and clean, cleans the field off. If you leave a bunch of hay behind, it sits there and molds and rots. And then you try baling the next time and you got a bunch of rotten, moldy hay mixed in, and you can't get bales off it. Slovenia, I bet there's some pretty girls in Slovenia. Punjab. That's a type of Indian person, right? Yeah. That's the guys that are own a bunch of hotels over here, I think. See, some people, this is called raking. The reason this stuff's spread all out is we tether it. It's a technique to try to dry it better. I spread the stuff out with something that does the opposite of this one. A lot of farmers don't do that because it knocks the leaves off of the hay, which loses protein for your animals. The thing is, this is a different type. This is hay. This hay is just grass, so it really doesn't affect it knocking it around much. So it really makes it dry more even. So we do it a bunch. If any of you guys are wondering. Yeah, we have New Holland balers. Both our balers are New Holland. We really like New Holland balers. John Deere equipment, red implements usually. It's funny, you'll rake this hay and get it perfectly, and some of them dust devils, them little tornadoes will come and just destroy the whole field and make you laugh. We're also farming you this yesterday. It's awesome. We're here. Appreciate you guys watching. I self-design and sell shirts on my YouTube shop. It's right on my homepage. You guys want to check it out? I got a bunch of good designs, and all the proceeds go to help the farm. If you guys are interested, thank you. My farm is very beautiful. Thank you. It's a lot of work. I try. Me and my dad are increasing the size of our farm every year. It's pretty amazing, and I'm amazed that people all over the world want to watch me farm. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like a pretty girl. I always tell my dad and my friends, I joke about, if I was an attractive female, I'd be a millionaire with this YouTube already. Maybe I should give me a set of boobies, huh? I like the sunshade. Yeah, in the summertime it'll be like a 20 degrees different with this on. You can also fold it up. They actually make cabs for this. They're called all-weather cabs, but they're hot as hell. They have no AC in them usually. It's just like a metal box. So you see how it's starting to make neat rows? Yeah, this will be ready to bale in the next 20 minutes. I'm going to take this rake back and grab the baler and show you guys how to bale probably. Thank you, Forrest. Where are you from again? What's up, Backup? What you up to, baling? Stacy, no, I don't, unless you're really pretty, then I can use some help. Problem is, you're real pretty, you're gonna be distracting my dad. Won't get no work done. We have 12 horse stalls and a big indoor arena at our farm that we don't use. My dad was thinking about getting women with horses in there. I'm like, hell no, dude, we'll lose the whole farm, I tell you. You're gonna get them married again. Hell yeah, what kind of rake you got? This is one of the most peaceful jobs. Sitting here listening to a podcast, can't get any better. This wind is going to dry this out really good. Right over there along that edge, it's all in the shadow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rake it, bale it, and then rake it out in the middle, and then come back later and get this at one row. It takes a little forward thinking to plan it out so you're not running stuff over, wrecking all the other rows. Just something you kind of get used to after a while. I still F it up sometimes. My dad's real good about making all this nice and straight. We're getting about $7 to $8 per bale for this. When you try getting about 100 bales per acre on a good field of hay, this isn't that great. We're just doing this to help an elderly gentleman, one of our landowners. We're just doing this so he doesn't have to. This is definitely our smallest hay field. We have hay fields that are, you know, 10, 20 times the size. My dad's a real big Christian man, so a lot of the stuff we do is just for helping people and doing the right thing. I'm not the biggest Christian, but I try to be a good guy. In a small area like this, your name's everything. We've probably gotten 200 or 300 acres because other farmers screw people over, including these fields that we got. They screw them over for a cheap gain, and then we end up getting the field for 10 years. So it works in the long run being a good person. So you guys could all go to my channel, subscribe. I really appreciate you guys. I'm amazed YouTube's pushing this stuff out. I love it. You wouldn't believe how awesome it is waking up every morning and checking your views and stuff. It's like a pretty awesome hobby. I'll come home after a long day and edit videos for 2 hours, and I love it. I got one more in here. I'm gonna try making this into one. This rake's kind of weird. You can't turn it too tight or it starts rubbing. You get a lot of welding from your farmers through church members. Hell yeah. Yeah, church used to be the main community. Not many people are into it anymore. I kind of lost my religion after my second war. What's up, Kenyan? It's crazy watching all them Kenyan runners. That shit's crazy. What kind of farm machinery is in Kenya? See how this pushes this together? Then it'll feed in the machine, it'll be a little thicker, and you don't have to take as long. It's still pretty thin, but what you want is the hay to feed in nice and evenly. You don't want where it's heavy, then it's light, then it's heavy. Try not messing the yard up too much. See, isn't that pretty now? Now the wind messes it all up probably. See how I try to make it thick as possible in as little rows as possible? There's a tether. That's the thing that spreads everything out. Alright. So my problem with this is this right here is in the shade. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to put all this in the middle, bale it, then take this and bring it out of the shade and let it dry for an hour, then bale it. Hopefully that'll work. So you rev it all the way down before you turn the PT on or it'll blow apart. Lost my religion after what? I don't know, I just don't give a crap. I was living in Iraq and Afghanistan for 7 months each watching death. And I'm like, yeah, Salem, Michigan preacher has the answer right, and these guys that live right where Jesus is walking doesn't, you know. It's all crap, I think. My dad's whole life is defined by religion. Whatever, I have no hate on it. I don't care what the hell you do, I just don't give a crap about it. up, Tyson? 301 people watching. You guys are amazing. You guys could all go to my channel, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy my content. I try real hard on it. Trying to give me some sponsorships. I contacted the Blunt Boots today to see if you give me some free boots. I'm seeing I'm gonna skip this stuff, leave it alone. There's some green in there I can see. One issue I have is I'm slightly colorblind with greens and browns, which is not good for baling hay. Here's some green in there. If you bale a green, we call it green slug. If you compress green grass into bales, it could burn your barn down, so you gotta be very careful with it. So a field like this with all this, you see that color difference right there? That's what you don't want. So if you compress that hay and you put it in a barn, you could burn your barn down potentially. It is not good, because it produces heat. If you make a big bale and it's really wet, you can feel the heat coming off the bale. It also produces mold and can kill horses. And these horsemen around here, if they find a bunch of hay in their bales, they won't buy from you. Or a bunch of mold in your hay bales, they won't buy from you again. Thanks for the prayers. I'm sure somebody's watching over me. I got lucky. I got blown up multiple times and got shot at many times, and I'm still here, so I'm one of the luckiest dudes you ever know. I tell you what, being in a long winter in Michigan, basically all you do is inside mechanic work. This is really nice, being able to be out in the sun doing this hay. We're going to be getting into some real big fields here soon. Appreciate you, Tyson. Thank you very much, sir. Hope you enjoy it. This is one of my favorite things to do, and I try real hard to keep good content going. It's pretty badass. If you told me 2 years ago I'd been a YouTuber, TikTok guy, I never would have believed you, but man, I really like it. Yesterday, Millennial Farmer commented on one of my videos. That was a big accomplishment. On TikTok, I'm really getting a bunch of content creators, the big guys, to start watching my stuff. The tractor guy has, 500,000 followers. He watches a bunch of my stuff. Growing Corn 2020 has a big podcast with all the big guys on it, and he watches a lot of my stuff, so it's really starting to catch fire. Yeah, Bobby, 4020 John Deere, 1967. My favorite tractor. Original motor from 1967 in it. See, usually you go around the field, maybe a big ass field, and you just have one of these piles into one of these rows. But it's so small and the hay's so thin, I'm trying to put 2 or 3 into one so I can bale quicker. I don't have to turn a bunch in these little areas, and it'll feed into the baler a little better. Thicker stuff feeds into the baler and compresses the bale and makes it a little nicer, more evenly. Yeah, welder, I couldn't imagine doing all that outside. We have a really nice big heated shop that the Amish built, and man, that saves our ass in the winter time. It gets depressing being a mechanic for 6 months straight. I like doing tractor work. My brother's more of a mechanic. I could be on a tractor all day. Yeah, it's like 70, 75. Not a cloud in the sky with like 20-mile-an-hour gusts of wind. It is absolutely gorgeous out. I drove by the lake down the road. There was like 100 boats out. I only looked at a couple girls, alright? Not many, alright? I'm a good boy. I almost crashed the truck, but hey, I didn't do it. Hey, see, now it's one row. Look how it piles it nice. See, it hits up against that backstop there. That backstop actually got wore out. The factory one, and my dad fixed it, and it's actually a piece of carpet. Piece of green AstroTurf on there. So see, another reason you want to rake good like this is so it's nice and clean. If you leave a bunch of hay in a field, it'll just sit there and rot and mold, and it'll wreck the next time you bale it. Big arms with this job, what's that mean? Yeah, you can look, but don't touch. That's what Dad said. I'm gonna bale this stuff, get this out of the way, and then, you know, I probably should move all this over here and get that out right now for more sunlight. Yeah, that's what I better do. See, I just make this up as I go. If you guys could all go to my channel, subscribe, it really helps me out. Thank you. It's cool designing those shirts on Canva for that shop. You guys want to check them out. I make a bunch of shirts. That's my last name, George. Yeah, I'm going to bail in like 30 minutes. Hell yeah. Yeah, my brother is disking. My dad's planting soybeans. And I'm doing this. Alright, so now I'm going to kick this over. I'm going to kick this over one and get this stuff out of the shade. If you had OCD, you'd hate this job because you just keep trying to fix everything. Sometimes you just gotta go with it. Sometimes you just gotta rock with it. How many days to be fit for baling? In July, you might go do it in 1 day. This has been cut for 3 days. The problem is in Michigan, during nighttime, there's a lot of dew on the ground, so it like rehydrates it, and then if you try baling before noon, the damn hay will be wet. Down south, it's so hot and dry weather that you can bale in the middle of the night. Around here, it's very finicky, so we have very small windows to bale. So when you get a little window, you got to nail out as much hay as possible, get it on the ground, get it dry, and then get it to start growing again before you run out of time. See, a lot of places get like 4 or 5 cuttings off their hay. We're lucky to get 2 and maybe 3 sometimes. I'm trying not to rip this canopy off. Can't be scared of spiders falling on you. Now I'm going to go back and get my baler and my trailer and start baling. I'm a one-man show, I tell you. I like this thing, it has hydraulics on it. little bit. Why not? Now you play a game called Don't Get Hit by a Car. Well, it's in 6th gear right now. Now I'm gonna go to 8. Let's get it, dude. Look at that wheel, it's all squirmy. I'm in danger. 40-20, best tractor ever made, hell yeah, except for that tire. Want to see the oldest cigarette lighter of all time? Stock 1967. There's something about tractors. One thing they have is a cigarette lighter, I tell you. There's our clients right there. I don't care what you guys think. I'm just out here farming. You guys want to watch, you can. If you don't want to, then what about that? Now I'm going to go back right here. I'm going to hook up the baler 570 New Holland and a thrower wagon. This is kind of a rare technique. A lot of people don't use throwers. A lot of people stack the hay, which I don't understand. It's just a lot more work. Well, this is about 50 acres we got in here from the guy that owns those other 2 small fields we just did. So we just do it to help him out so we can get this field. There's the baler, that makes the bales. That's the wagon. That's what cuts the hay right there. This is organic corn right here. Yeah, this is a stolen tractor. Please don't tell the cops. See, look at our fancy design. This is AstroTurf. Sometimes you gotta make do. Alright, so you take the jack. Every piece of equipment you have has its own little tricks and traits that you need to learn. And you always forget something. When I was younger, I used to smoke the devil lettuce when I farmed, and I would always pull off, put the jack in the ground and break it. Here's the PTO shaft. Make sure it's off before you touch it, kids. Just called a draw pin. This is how the lines that make the pressure for up and down. Sometimes the pressure is built. So you go like this when you shut it off, and it takes it and drains the hydraulic pressure off. So next time you go to put this on, there's not a bunch of back pressure. See, this is how you can tell. See? There ain't much back pressure. See, pressure's gone off it. If that had a bunch of pressure, it'd be shooting everywhere. Alright, one of you guys back me up to the baler, thanks. So there's the 570 New Holland. See, here's how the system of the baler works. See, this is the reason why I raked it into small rows is this is what picks it up. These are fingers. And the more neat and narrow it is, the better that picks up. You put this down on the ground, this lowers right here. So it's the same system, PTO. Then you hook the hydraulics up, and that controls this guy. So the bales go through, this thing takes it, moves it into here, and this is a pressure cylinder that boom, 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 and it presses into a bale. And then this system back here knots it. See the knot here? Makes a square bale, comes to here, and once it gets to a certain point, it grabs onto this, kicks it off into that wagon there. That's like $1 million lesson you guys just got. There you go. I think it's funny that, oh my God, it's the bull is just sitting here commenting, helping my channel, but he's talking shit. I don't give a hell what you're saying, bro. Comments help the feed, brother. Thank you. A bunch of bored people in the world, ain't there? Dude's probably in his basement of his house. Every comment you put on my live is helping me. Appreciate you, man. Yes, this tractor's stolen. I hot wired it, I tell you. Found a hammer. That's a nice hammer. Put it in the box of tools. This tractor's stolen too, jackwhack. If you put that hammer like this, it'd short out and burn. Now you know. If tomorrow I lost it all and everything I had was gone. Yeah, New Holland makes the best balers. Alright, so I'm going to adjust the jack to fit to this tongue here. See, I would never be leaning over this if this PTO was on, just so it's not hooked up yet. See, the jack lowers. So first reverse is right there. Line the hole up. Make sure you spit on the pin before you put it in. This is the most lost thing on a farm. So I'm putting the PTO on now, see? This powers the whole thing. See PTO on now. There's hydraulic hookups. So this is such an old tractor, you need fittings from this one. Every one of these pieces of equipment have different little corks to them. These are called Pioneer fittings, and John Deere fittings are different. See? Sitting down in the cellar. See? That's why you're always dirty as a farmer. Always touching dirty stuff. Then you go into a restaurant and the girls think you're a hard worker, but you're just dicking around all day. This goes on there and then it fits on the older John Deere's, but if you use a different piece of equipment, something else will be on it. So that right there puts hydraulic pressure to it, which makes the boom go left and right so you can aim the bale. Watch. And then you want to control the amount of speed this thing pushes the bales out so you can see how far it throws. And that's this right here, the gauge that you look at. And that's electrical. And you hook that to the battery. See? Just like a jumper box cable. Like I said, never step over. Like I said, never step over this when this is running. You will die. So there's two batteries on a 4020. You take these clamps like if you're going to jump a battery. You hook them up the same way. And that produces power to the unit. So positive on positive, yeah. Alright, now this box works. See this? Up and down for power. Now you can see that unit right here. So here's a little thing on there. It goes up and down and controls the height of it. See a little stick there? And that's how you load this wagon up as accurate and most as you can so you can fit as much as possible in there. Alright, one more thing, and I'm on the road. This is the string that hooks to this pin here. And this is in driver mode right now where it's narrow. When you get to the field, you pull this, and you kick it, and that opens up, and then it spreads this thing out more. So you're not running over the hay. You'll see. I think we're ready to go, dude. So now here's the tricky part. You gotta put that hole right there lined up with that trailer. The good thing is we have some fancy trailers and they have extendable hitch on it. But if not, you'll get off 5-6 times and try it. Kind of a pain in the dick. These are some really high quality trailers. Easy trails. I say they're nice quality and they don't work, right? It's usually how it goes. Country state of mind. What in the hell is this? Why is there such a long rope on her? That is weird. There's some weird stuff going on around here, I tell you. I gotta tie this up real quick and I'll be on the road. There you go. All right, one of you guys back me up to the trailer. Thank you. See, it's really hard to hit this. Some of these hitches, don't extend, and it's such a pain hitting them things right on. Let's see how many times what's your guys' bet? How many times will it take? One time. Damn, you guys got confidence. It's at a pretty bad angle too. We'll see. See, it's hard. You can't even see where the hole's at. Alright, so you guys gonna get it in one shot. Appreciate it, man. Me and my dad bought this baler 2 years ago as a barn find. Only has a few thousand bales on it. Let's see if I get her in one shot. Well, what you guys got here? Let's see how she goes. Oh, way off. Way off. See, I folded under pressure. That hitch extends, but not that far. During hay season, a lot of getting on and off the tractor, I tell you. Alright, see? Not bad. If you guys could all go subscribe to my channel, helps out a lot. Thank you. See, this is a extender on here. See? Oh, look how close that is. Story of my life, yeah? When you're in a big hurry, you really get frustrated when you gotta do this a few times. What's up, Trenton? No, I don't moisturize. The answer was 3 times. Who guessed 3? Alright, see? Now one thing you got, when you extend it like that, you gotta make sure to lock it back. That's about the shortest pin I've ever seen. You don't want to lose a trailer. I've done that before. The neighbors don't like when you almost kill them. Alright, let's get it, dude. See, this is extended now. So the first thing I'm going to do is back up and I'll lock it back in place. Now we got to take the American flag off. God dang it. My brother used this as a float for Flag Day for a small town we're in. I don't want to wreck that flag. I need to get me a knife. She went pretty damn hard. Which one of you wants it? Come on. Who wants it? I'll take all of you. You're the queen of my double wide trailer with the polyester curtains and the redwood deck. I gotta climb. Give me a second here. Can't wreck Old Beautiful. I would leave it on if it wasn't gonna wreck it. It's gonna get blown up by hay. I'm not in the business of wrecking American flags after I fought for it. If it was on the back swaying like on the side, it'd probably be good. Let's go bale hay. We got the trailer hooked up, baler ready. First thing I'm gonna do is lock that hitch. So back up first. All right, the hitch is locked. Let's get it. Choo-choo, I'm coming. See, this is in road gear right now. It follows behind me. When I get to the field, I'll extend it. What a beautiful day. If you guys could all go to my channel and subscribe, please. Really helps me get it pushed out there. This is the people are gonna eat the hay probably, or the animals are gonna eat the hay. Stupid horses. What's up, Lasika? Yeah, Goose stays at home at the farm when it's a little hot. I just don't like them sitting in the vehicle overheated. We'll sit in the AC at the house, and then when I get back, I'll let them run around the farm. See, this is why we make small square bales. There's horses all over the place. Let's make some hay, dude. So every one of these bales is about $7-8, so hopefully we can get a few thrown in the hay stand. I gotta try not ripping these people's trees out. Kind of got to plan your turns out when you got 3 things put together. I trimmed your tree a little bit, ma'am. Alright, next step, you need to extend the baler to the right. So you grab this rope right here, and that releases that pin. Alright, now it's locked in position. This thing's ready to bale. See how it's farther to the right now, so you're not running over the windrows you want to get? Let's see, what else do I need to do? I think he's ready to go. Let's try her. So you start with this low. Alright, let's try it. PTO, you always do it with the throttle down. Now you gotta watch where you're throwing this stuff. You can take out a whole vehicle. that one thing. Turn everything off before you get around it. I need to drop those fingers down there in road gear still. There's a lot of things you got to remember. Oh, Ray. Never heard that. That's cool. Appreciate the support from Ireland. See, this is just a... Alright, that's the last thing. See, now the fingers are on the ground. Let's get it. PTO. Money in the bank, dude. When you see dust flying, it usually means the bales are good. Moisture-wise. Making small square bales. Now you guys can start your own farm, right? Was a good buy. You can fit about 120 to 150 on this wagon. The most convenient way to sell this stuff is just bring the wagon right to the customer and they unload it and give you the money. And then you just go grab the trailer and fill it up again. We own 8 or 9 of these trailers, so we can get a lot done in one day. You just run alongside it, and there's little fingers that pick the hay up. And that arm up top there is bringing it over. Do me all a favor, go to my channel and subscribe. It really helps me out. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys watching. How many of you guys baling hay today? This is how I control left and right. See, I can control that boom in the back, left and right. This is the speed. The speed of how hard it throws it. If I wanted to, I could throw the bale right over the back of the trailer. When baling hay, you want to see dust. Dust is good. If you don't see dust, it's usually too green of hay. You'll actually see a difference at 4 o'clock at night. It'll be dusty, and by 6 there will be no dust at all, and you have to stop or else you ruin it all. Michigan's very finicky about it. After a while of farming, you get used to distances. You barely have to look forward, you can just tell where you're going. This ain't the best day ever, but I'll make some money. Yeah, the drive shaft's supposed to be on an angle so you can pick it up to the right of you, not right behind you, so you're not running over the windrow. You see how I'm alongside the windrow, not over top of it? So if I want to throw it a little higher, you throw it up there and you kind of try to fit in as many as possible in there so you're not wasting trailers. So you can put one guy out here, you don't need anybody to stack it. One guy can fill 6 or 8 of these trailers in a day and make a bunch of money. You don't need a bunch of people stacking it. Just buy more trailers. Then you can take this trailer right to the customer and unload it, or to the barn and load it in there. All depends on what the situation you want to do. You don't want to feed too much in there at a time because it'll slug it. It's a pain in the ass to get all out. If you guys could all go to my channel and subscribe, please, really helps me push it out. Thank you guys. Give me some likes, appreciate you. Last time we baled, we were using plastic string. They kept breaking, so we went to hemp rope from Brazil. It seems like it's doing a really good job. These bales look really consistent. want the bales to be nice and tight so they're not falling apart. What's up, Zach? How you doing, brother? This is called baling in small square bales. This usually goes to horses or like goats or hobby farms. For bigger cattle operation, I usually use round bales, which are like 16 to 20 of these things combined in a round ball. A lot of people with big operations don't want to handle 100 of these bales a day. This 1967 4020. It's so nice to bail on. You can see everything real well. It's high enough where you can see everything. We have a few tractors that are lower, you can't see much. Michigan farmer, but all the comments push more out, so it's good. I hope you're doing well, bro. You getting into hay yet? I can't believe how many of those Michigan farmer videos I see on YouTube, on Facebook. My mom shared one of them by accident. I can't believe it. He's been ripping off my videos after like 20 minutes now. You should make a Michigan farmer and start posting a bunch and take it over. What's up, Chris? How much hay do you do, Michigan farmer? Likes, I appreciate you guys. That means a lot. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content. It really helps YouTube push it out for my live, so I appreciate you guys. It really helps me. So see, what I'm trying to do is clean this up as good as possible, so the next time we cut this, there won't be a bunch of moldy hay everywhere. Don't do fields this size. We're just trying to help a guy out, an elderly guy, so that's alright. We're helping out, getting more land, and it's money in the bank. About $7 to $8 per bale usually. We just are doing this field because we got 50 nice organic acres right down the road from our farm. And the older guy that owns it all didn't want to mess with it, so I'm just taking a few hours doing it for him, get it on the good side. Usually if it's not windy, I don't leave much behind at all. This is kind of a small field, so it might be a few on the corner. Usually cleans it up pretty good. See, there ain't much out here. Especially in big, long fields. If you're just going a straight line, you really don't miss any. That's the way you bale hay. Oop, missed one. There you go, that's your guys' fault. Just driving around in fifth gear cleaning up right now. We got another field right over there in my head. This baler does a good job though. I think we're on about 300 bales off breaking one, which is alright. It's been a wet summer. Look how wet this ground is. Oof, that sucker's too heavy. Ah, dang. Belt burning on here. Smell a belt burning somewhere. You see, it comes up here with fingers. Comes over your wet fingers, and these guys take it in. And this is a plunger that plunges it. Yeah, it's a little wet. Oh well. Smells like the belt's about to break. Oh, I see what it's going. The shield's on the wrong side. Oh, look, the shield came apart. Needs a bolt. See, it was rubbing that belt and about breaking it, and that'd been a pain in the ass. See, this is rusted out here. Yeah, it's super beautiful out. See, I need a bolt right there. I don't have one though. Oh, this is nice hay. All right, cool. What you're looking for is consistency. If you pick up a bale and one of those sections heavy, you can tell once you do it a bunch of times. It's called a green slug, and that could burn a whole farm down. So Don't want that. I'm gonna go to the other field now. Remind me to get a bowl for that, guys. Thank you. My smeller must have worked good. I could smell that thing burning. It ain't wet hay, it's just Scott, the problem is it's such small fields that have it in shade, so it's very inconsistent. Half this hay field is covered up by shadows half the day, so if you look, the wheel's getting wet from dew that was still on the ground, so we're pushing it. Name of the game, oh well. If you guys could all go to my channel, subscribe, helps me out, thank you. This is the first time you guys seen somebody bale before? See, a lot of people don't have that thrower on the back, and it's just a chute that people grab the hay from, and then they have 2 or 3 people back there stacking. I just think that's a pain in the ass. I'm only going to stack something one time. I'm not going to stack it in the field, then bring it to the farm, unstack it again. That's stupid. People say, oh, you can fit more hay in a trailer. I'll just go buy some more trailers. I'll put 12 effing trailers on the field and fill them all up. What's the difference? I don't want four people out here working. That's crap. I'm not gonna make no money. So I'm gonna leave this outside row because it was in the shade most days. So I'm just gonna get a couple of these rows and then come back later and get more. That's the problem with a small hay field. It takes half a day for the damn thing to get out of the shadow. So you're missing half your drying time, which is really important in Michigan. See, in Michigan, you can't start baling hay till the afternoon. In the south, you could bale hay at 3 in the morning. You know, if you're in Texas, you could bale hay at 2 in the morning, it's fine. Ah, I just broke one. Sometimes the bale will hit that thrower in the back and burn the ropes off. That's one problem with these New Holland balers. This 570 really does a good job though. Surprised getting on and off this tractor, doing a bunch of stuff, checking the bales. You get pretty wore out by the end of the day doing this stuff. Trying to control the ground speed to feed it in a certain amount. That's what I like about the 4020. It has perfect gears for baling. The main goal of while you're baling is try to clean the field up as much as possible. You don't want this stuff sitting here for 3 months and then cut the hay again. There's a whole layer of moldy bales underneath it. You'll never get any money for the next cutting. Another thing is you want to cut and get off the field as quick as possible so it'll grow again and you cut it again. Every day you got this cut, it's growing again. Catches a few more rain showers in July. It'll really make a difference. forward really. Every once in a while you'll not be paying attention, you'll blow a bale and almost take your truck out sitting by you by the field. I'm going to leave that road to dry a couple more hours. Yeah, these wagons having 2 axles really doesn't put much weight on the rig. You can pull these things full with a lawn tractor. My brother pulls them with a 3-wheeler Honda Big Red. But you see, it's like 3 p.m. and half this field's in the shade still. There might be a few iffy bales, but no, it's all good. Just get it done, get it to the next field. Name of the game is not breaking your equipment. See how clean it makes it? And then the grass starts growing and there's not a bunch of dead stuff in there. It keeps the quality up. We have a really nice disc bind, but the old style ones, if you left any of this old hay in there, it'll wreck the hay bind. Plug it all up. Takes a lot of coordination. You gotta look 2 ways at once. You can't turn too sharp or you'll rip that boom off. Oh, I hear that belt. I smell that belt burning again. I better stop. Better go fix that. That shield keeps coming off. It needs a little bolt on there. I need to go get. Oh yeah, that was easy, wasn't it? You can smell that rubber burning. See, the shield shifts. The shield came off. Needs one of these bolts here. It shifts and it's wrecking this belt. See? Yeah, she's getting hot. Oh yeah. See, this shield's supposed to be up on the other side of it. Supposed to be up here. That's the way it goes. I guess I'm gonna have to go walk to the truck. I appreciate you guys watching. Well, if there's 100 bales there and you get $7 a bale, there's $700. What do you think? Easy day. And if you do like 10 of those in a day, you're making a shit ton of money. Go home. I don't. Well, if you guys could like and subscribe, I'm gonna go walking down the road like a bum. Appreciate you guys. You guys have a good day. Didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. Always some kind of bills to pay. People just doing what the rich man said. Now I want to go home. Appreciate all you guys watching. Go subscribe. Please help me out. Thank you.